Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's Conversation. Today's topic. But first, on my left,
Yvonne, hi.
and then on my right,
Amaka.
welcome back, guys. So Yvonne is going to read for us. Buckle up. Yvonne, we have our ears.
Yes, so before I ask the question, I'll give you the scenario, then you know, we'll take it from there. I'm still very much in love with the last babe I dated before marrying my wife. It should have been her, but her mom was seriously against her marrying outside Catholic. She's everything I ever wanted that my wife isn't. This was put on a forum and someone said, but if your wife sees this, it will hurt so much. However, I understand how you feel. If you can't continue, move on. And this person now replies, she knows this. I've told her severally to her face, hoping she will try to be better in the very many little things for which I prefer my ex over her. So the question is, why I constantly tell my wife that I'm still in love with my ex? Is it, I think the question here is more like, how would you feel if your husband constantly tells you that he's still in love with his ex based on this situation, based on this scenario?
Yeah, okay.
So that's the question here.
Okay, who's asking the question now? Just
the man is.
Which man?
I think the general question is if your husband is constantly telling you about
okay, it's
your
not
ex.
the man that's in love with his ex that's asking the question.
No. This is just a general formal. Like if your husband constantly talks about your ex, you know, to your face, yes. To your face, or probably trying to mold you to his ex. You know, how would you feel and how would you probably handle that? How would you handle that situation? I think that's what I understand from the question.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me start since I'm already talking about it. I think for me, it's very clear that this is this was probably kind of like an arranged marriage situation. Why he married this lady, probably he was trying to please his parents from, you know, the whole situation. You were not in love with this lady, but for reasons best known to you, you decided to go ahead with this marriage, and you're clearly not happy with it. And I think it's so unfair that you have to constantly, because you're not putting yourself in this lady's situation. This lady probably, again, for her own reasons, agreed to come into this marriage to marry you, you know, and then you are constantly reminding her of what shouldn't have been or what have. You've not really looked at it from her own point of view. If you turn the tables and your wife was probably comparing you to her ex and probably how he was probably better than you in one way or another, you know, sometimes people do things without actually looking at it the other way around. You know, so I don't think it's fair to her. You know, you're bringing so much that is not even her issue whatsoever. And unfortunately, she is who she is. You can't mold somebody to be the image of someone that you hope to be. It doesn't work like that. They are two different individuals, two different upbringing, lived experience, and two characters. So if you know that you can't get this from this lady, then make up your mind to either continue to stay or go and look for your ex, hopefully that she has not moved on. So for me, that's my own take on this. You cannot mold somebody to take on characteristics of somebody that you like. It doesn't work that way. She's not a piece of furniture. She's a human being with her own experience, character, and lived experience. You know, for me, that's my own take on this.
Amaka, what's your take on it?
I agree with what Ebele said. I don't know what to add to what Ebele has just said. There's nothing to add to it because it doesn't make sense. You want, like Ebele said, it might be an arranged marriage, so the woman or the girl didn't have a choice. And sometimes when people are stuck in an arranged marriage, they don't have any choice but to stay because he's emotionally abusing that woman. So like Ebele said, you can't change a woman to make somebody what they're not. You loved your ex. You didn't want, maybe they wanted you to be a Catholic and you said no. So if you loved her that much, why didn't you become a Catholic to marry her?
Yeah,
basically,
true.
because you said her family said no, don't marry a non-Catholic. If you really loved her that much, then you would have.
If you do want to
People
lose
have.
her,
If you want to lose her, and then how do you know that she wants you back anyway?
Exactly.
What chances? She's probably moved on and married a Catholic.
Yeah.
There's no way you will never be happy. You will never be happy, even if you leave this your wife. Even if you. So there's more. He's not telling us. The guy is nah.
I just don't. You see, I don't
People
like.
have converted to Islam just to
Because
marry
people
somebody.
exactly have a
People
friend.
have converted to. I mean, I know people. This is as in personal in my family that have converted religion just to marry somebody,
and they're happy.
So you know, I question that love you have for your ex, because you can, if you loved her so much, you could have defied your parents, family, everybody, and damned everything
Because
and
they
gone
say
for the
love
lady.
conquered.
Exactly. Love is stupid. You do silly
But
things.
this is not the part that I have a problem. I just don't like when people belittle others. I don't care. You can't sit here constantly telling this woman to her
Exactly.
face. Oh, you can see this is the reason why I prefer my ex than you. Or if she did one thing, or you can see the reason. Just imagine if it was the other way around.
Exactly.
Because if the woman was the one saying, oh, my ex used to do this, you, as far as I know, with egos, you would have called a meeting in her head to come and explain how she's coming up with this idea of you're my ex, or you will even accuse that of still having an affair with that ex. So I don't think why it's acceptable for you to sit there and constantly tell her. Some people sometimes having to go on a date when people just constantly talk about their ex relationship, and that's the end of that date. You wouldn't.
There's no point now.
You wouldn't even want to continue. You don't want to see them again, isn't it?
And it's
leave alone.
over the edge.
Leave alone the one that you've dated and then you get married to, and then okay. Or let's say the one that you married and then you constantly naga by your ex. If you really, like each and every of these ladies said, if you really love that your so-called ex, if it was just the fact that the mom didn't want you to marry her because she was a Catholic, you would have converted.
It's that easy.
Very easy. I love this woman. Tell your family, she's the love of my life.
I will do anything.
Men like this.
See,
Even if he had married that,
he would have found something wrong.
Something else
the one
to
before
say.
that one.
He would have had something else to say.
She's talking a lot of nonsense.
This is it. The people like this are only there just to rattling. Oh, even if this is where I go now, identify another one, he will still tell that one, say there are certain things that you do that my ex-wife wasn't doing this. It's you have the issues. Go and work on yourself. Every little thing. Every one of us have little things. There are certain things that I do that she might put up with. Amaka wouldn't put up with it. There are things that Amaka would do that I will put up with, vice versa. So there are certain things that you as a man is doing that
everything
the woman
that
has
to,
and the woman have to bear it because she's married to you. And here you are, Radley. And even when somebody said this is going to hurt her, you still want to fight and say, oh, I say it all the time to her face.
And I know the one that even annoyed me, that I've tried to make her a better person.
A better person.
Now
are you mad? Better person, like how?
Now mode, you will mode.
No, what how do you know is making her a better person?
No, his definition of better
is that woman. If she was that good, why did you not do anything to be with her?
Fight for it. You fight for it.
It's so ironic when people complain about something. At the end of the day, if you really go and investigate,
it is themselves.
It's the problem with the man. The man has a problem. This is your issue. This has nothing to do with this girl. But because you don't know how to handle your issue, it's so easy to transfer that problem and blame you. This is a blame game. You just want to blame this lady because obviously you can't blame yourself. You know, you've realized you've made a mistake. You know, you probably don't want to hurt, or it will disturb your ego or your manhood that, oh my God, my relationship has failed. So all you can do now is push everything on this poor lady who really doesn't deserve it. You know, it's your issue. It has nothing to do with her. You know, and I don't even think you know what you want.
He doesn't know what you want.
You don't even know
what you want.
You know, because if you keep comparing, the grass is not always greener at the other side.
That's what we all think.
It's always it's not always green. I mean, by the time you jump
like that now, I was okay. I'll mold you. Okay, my ex
used to put the toilet seat
up. Okay, so you should put it up, or they put the cup like this.
You have to do that.
What is that? Are you what really?
No, but mentally, you literally gonna put this woman in this little shell.
Yeah, he probably has.
Yeah, and this is called is emotionally abused. You've literally emotionally tortured her to this little thing. And on top of what you have made her to be, you still complain
on social media.
Yeah.
I think this man just, to me, he's clearly a narcissist.
Oh, about 100%.
And it doesn't really matter what anybody says. It's not going to change.
Yeah, but he's not going to be a happy man. Yes,
that's
definitely.
what it is. He's just going, because even the way he even was so proud to say, I've been telling her, it's like these are and a narcissist. You can't do anything with them.
True.
You cannot do anything with them. He has, unfortunately for him, he's gonna have to learn it the hard way. Something really.
And secondly, he don't even think he did anything.
No, he doesn't.
But that's a narcissist.
That's a narcissist.
He doesn't ever think they've done anything.
No, they are always 100% very
it's always
correct.
Right.
They are very right. They are very correct. There's nothing wrong.
Or they'll go, yeah, I did that because you did. Yeah. They have to justify.
That's a narcissist, and then another thing, narcissist, especially. And then coming from us women, we say, what do you people know?
What do you people know? Yeah.
Well, yeah,
those are kind of people. Nah. This one, that woman that you're with is too good for you.
Yeah. That's true.
She's too good for you, and don't worry, one day, somebody will take her.
When her
time
comes.
When her time hasn't come.
When her time comes, she will.
Try and mold her.
Yeah, maybe. Mold her.
No, but I feel sorry for the woman. I feel she's probably stuck in a place that she cannot leave right now.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Some women, he's made her feel so little. She probably thinks she can't get any better. Because if you keep nagging somebody, she probably has lost all her self-confidence, and then God,
it's sad.
It's
very sad. Honestly, sometimes when you just read some things, you just go, oh God, I wish that woman could have the courage and just.
This guy has an idea of. He's got this special idea of the woman he wants in his head, and that's what he's aiming for. And which again is. And
then you had one. Then you should have
so he thinks. Actually, he did not find fault in this ex.
Exactly.
Okay, now
if it was that bad, he would have fought.
This ex, does she have a husband? If her husband hears that another man is better be looking behind your sleep with one eye open. One eye open like this. Because if that's my brother's wife, can you imagine? If she has unless
just imagine now that I personally at this age, I'm about to reach like half a century like other people. And then one man will come tell me say he wants to mold me to his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend. Me and who want mold each other?
Who's molding who?
Me and who want mold each other? You want mold me, I don't even want to mold you because I want you to be who you are.
Exactly.
So do I, because I want to be able to express who I am as a person before I met you. I was human. First and foremost, I'm a human being. So I'm not expecting to mold Amaka to the image that I think in my head.
In your head.
That's a perfect friend. No. In fact, I love all her madness. So she will say the same thing. Is that not exactly what you said?
I love your madness.
No. Is there anybody that you haven't spoken to tell, that my mad friend's house?
I don't love her madness. So. I don't even love her. But continue the conversation.
Why are you laughing then?
This one is twisted, man. Continue your conversation, John.
No, she said she doesn't love me because she wants to mold me to the image she have in her head as her bestie. So from now on,
no, that word bestie, don't use it again. There's some people that have used that word bestie, and they have bested us. No, but the guy is a horrible man. He's an unhappy human being, and he'll always be unhappy.
He's a sad person. People like this, you actually feel sorry for them.
I feel sorry for him.
It kind of reminds me of the men that try to mold their partners into their moms.
Yeah, that's very common. That's very common.
It's very common.
That's very common.
You don't cook like my mom. You don't
marry your mother.
That's not how my mom does it. That's not.
Go marry your mama.
This is again similar situation.
Yeah, but this is what they always said, that marriage is an institution where parents abandon their grown-up kids.
Yeah, no, I
But
don't think they don't abandon them.
They
just shift. Shift. They don't abandon.
They just carry.
They just
And
carry,
now-
but then there's a hole where there are still people.
And now
Everything is still happening.
the children want a woman that will be like that.
More? It's not like my can't marry your mama.
I mean, if my son do find a woman that is like me,
Poor girl.
wow.
There's problem.
Hey,
Wow.
hey.
I didn't expect that.
There's problem.
I am shocked. Coming from you two. Amaka, don't forget you got 4 boys.
I didn't say that you might want like me.
Don't
There's
forget that you have 4 boys. So if the first one don't look for the one who would be like you, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. I'm here. Shebi, I dey here. I dey here. And you don't forget to, you get 2 too. I wasn't expecting that from you two whatsoever. I'm actually the most.
Blood is thicker than what I think.
But you know what? No, I'll tell you why I said what I said. Cynthia, let me tell you, the reason why I said what I said is because I don't think you want someone. I don't think you want your
our
son
child behind
to marry someone like you, because like and like, you guys will be repelling. You need somebody else, one person to calm the other person down. I think if there's someone like your son, both of you will not get on well. Both of you with similar characters, you won't get on well.
If someone have me as a mother-in-law, they will be so lucky.
No, that's fine. No, that's different. Having you as a mother, that's different. I'm talking about if the person has similar character, everything like you will not get on well.
It will be amazing. We will be besties.
This house
will be
on fire.
Andrew's the one that will be trouble. It's Andrew that you should feel sorry for.
Exactly.
In fact, I'll be praying for the boy.
It's Andrew now. This house will be on fire. Serious fire.
Me, I don't worry. Amaka, shebi go reach your tongue. I will say the woman that coach her. Say that, let me tell you what you don't know about your mother-in-law. Get ready. Buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
No, you this man. Okay, let us come to that.
Okay, sorry guys, we're just messing up. I don't mind. But no, seriously, you can't say that. You don't want to mold your wife to what your ex is, because if your ex is all that, you would have fought to be with her. If having to change your religion to have that woman in your life, you would have done it. And after you've married her, both of you decided to go to your church or her church. There is nothing the parents can do at the time because you are married. So you didn't fight for that love so much. And now that you've gone, you have to compare the one. Be happy with what you got.
Maybe she didn't want to marry you. How are you sure that? Because a lot of people, I myself, married against. But I know people have married against their parents' will, and they stayed together.
Yes.
If she really wanted to marry you, whether her parents said Catholic or not Catholic, should have said, because I know people that have married non-Catholics. The only thing they come to conclusion is like, look, you know what? I will bring up my child as a Catholic. Then, when they get to 18, then they can follow
decide.
you. So she didn't even like you in the first place. She was just using the excuse that her parents didn't want you to, because you are not Catholic. Olodo. We women have sense today.
Anyway, uncle, please stop comparing your wife to your ex-girlfriend. Just put yourself in her shoes. If she was doing it to you, or if you have a daughter and someone else is doing it to your daughter, how will it make you feel? Because sometimes, like I've always said, we have a very short-sighted. If you can think that far to say, if someone do this to my daughter, that will absolutely, I will kill for it. I always kill people.
All right.
But until next time,
Bye. Stay safe.